Oh my god. Hi everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Alright, story time on what happened to the fro. And the whole reason why that I don't have like my hair out is because I do have some stuff that I have to do after this, as well as some things I'm doing tonight, and I just kind of didn't feel like retwisting up my hair and all that good stuff. I'll have a whole, if you watched my first video or second video, I'm not entirely sure which video this is going to be, but if you watch my first video or my second video, you already see like the process of what it looks like now, and me after it gets done washing it and it being freshly cut and all that good stuff. So if y'all want to watch that one, either watch that one first or after this one. Again, don't know how this, what order this is going to be in it yet, but let's get going and let's walk you through what happened to the fro. So I originally cut all my hair off back in like, I think 2017. 2017, I cut all my hair off. Decided to grow it out fresh and stuff like that because I was going through a lot of other stuff. So I decided to cut my hair off and I went fresh. It started growing like really, really rapidly, but it just wasn't as big or as quote unquote nice as I wanted it to be. So I had like a little complex of it for a while, but as it grew, it got longer, it got healthier, and then I started wearing like braids and stuff like that. Braids was my main go-to that I would always wear. So one day I went to class, I had my hair out at this point, I want to say this is like around 2019, 2018, I think, yeah, 2019, 2018, I think. I started wearing my hair out. Yes, I started wearing my hair out. My agency at the time was like, oh my goodness, your hair is like phenomenal. Please never cut it again. Like never hide it again. So then I started wearing it out. As it was growing and me doing more modeling stuff, I was kind of like told to, hey, you should do something with your hair that nobody can mess with. Because at that point in time, I was modeling and I had did a fashion show and they wanted to like do all this crazy stuff to my hair. But the designer hired me because he liked my hair. So that was a whole situation. My agency told me, hey, do something to where your hair still looks like your hair, but then nobody can touch it. So that's when I figured out and I found out what crochet was. So I started doing crochet because it looked like my hair. But where I messed up was my hair was so difficult to take care of to where the crochet looked exactly like my hair and I didn't have to do half of this work. So I just started rocking the crochet look. I would take my hair out here and there, to let my hair breathe and stuff like that, but it never really lasted that long because since my hair was like still like a pretty big size fro, but it wasn't as big as the crochet fro. And when I would take my hair out and I would try different stuff with it, like, I don't know, I did dreads or braid, I went back to braids or twist again. I never got the same, what's the word I'm looking for? I never got the same attention I got from my fro. And it made me kind of have like a complex, like, oh, you know, if I don't have the fro, then like this video is not going to go good. If I don't have the fro, like I'm not going to be able to get into this club. If I don't have the fro, like the fro, instead of the fro just being like a hairstyle for me, the fro became my entire identity. So when I didn't have it, I felt like literally this big. Like when I didn't have it, I'm like, well, why do I need to post? Videos are going to go viral. Like I started to lose the love for social media and just posting and creating content because I started getting so focused on like what I was going to get off of the videos, not just me doing the videos in general. And also it started to impact me because I was like, you know, I want to be more than this fro, but this is all that people recognize me for. This is all people know me for. And when I would try to go out and do other things, like I would try to go live and talk to people, a lot of people stopped in my live and they talked to me, but it was never like, oh, hey, how you doing? Or, hey, what's your favorite color? Like nobody actually knew or got a chance to learn me. They just learned and knew this freaking fro. And for a minute there, I was okay with that. I was just like, all right, cool. But internally, like, it would bother me because I would see like my other friends doing TikTok, and I would look at their comment section, and they'd have engaging comments, people that actually want to know and learn about their life. And I didn't have that. So that also started to become a really big thing that I didn't really care for. And then when I would go out, people would say, oh, Miss Fro's in the building, because I was like a dancer here. Not like a dancer like that, but like, no offense to anybody that does a dancer like that. But I was like dancing at parties and stuff with my friends, just turning up or whatever. And I always had the fro, so I could dance, and I had the fro. So I was like, I stood out. So my name became like, oh, Miss Fro's in the building, Miss Fro's in the building. But, people never knew who Sierra was. That was like, again, my main issue. So sad, low key. Fast forward a couple, because I was around 20, a little after, because I started getting big on TikTok around 2020. So yeah, all this recognition and stuff was happening 2021, 2022. 2021, 2022 is when I started getting recognition. My hair at that point, I cut my hair out back in I think I cut my hair off more in 2016, because I was still wearing braids. So actually, I think I cut my hair off around 2016, 2017, I was modeling heavily, 2018, 2019. Yeah. So around 2020, my hair has gotten extremely big, extremely long. And I kind of stopped wearing my hair out in general. I was just like, you know what? This is easier. I'm just going to rock this. And because at the end of the day, I knew that I had what I had underneath. So it wasn't a big deal. But this is where the issue arose, whatever. I was wearing that crochet for such a long time, to where I went through a pretty bad breakup around 2023. I went through a really bad breakup, and even before that, I wasn't in a good mental headspace for a while, and I had this particular crochet in for a while. And then when I had put it in, my usual lady that would braid my hair down, she couldn't do it. And I needed it to get done because I was invited to a boat party in Austin. So I was like, yeah, I need to get my hair done, because my hair at that point was I would have to redo the crochet because my hair grew so fast underneath. I would always have to get it redone. But the times where I didn't and I let it grow out super, super long, my hair would be this much grown underneath, and the braid is right here. So when I'm brushing, it's just pulling and yanking at all this loose hair here. At the end of the day, I had a fro, but my hair has always been really fine. But I have a lot of hair, but it's always really fine. So during that, when I would brush it and I would take it out, I saw that I was losing hair, but I didn't, to be honest with you, I didn't care. I'm whatever, put it back in, do it. So, and nothing against this lady. I'm never gonna give her names. I can't honestly remember her name, but it's a really nice African lady braided my hair down. I liked it. It didn't honestly it felt pretty decently tight, but nothing that I couldn't handle, because I would braid my own hair, and I don't do this anymore, but when I would braid my own hair, I'd braid my hair to where you didn't even see hair. It was just scalp, and I thought that was cute. No. Sorry. Just no. To braid my hair, I had some leftover hair, and I had bought and I washed some new hair. As I was doing it, I realized, because I would only ever get 10 braids across. So I used to do the beehive method, but I would do a versatile crochet method. So I would have all of this braided across here, which is I like doing 10 braids. So 10 braids across here, and then I would have the little spiral dome, and then I would have the other braids coming up that way. So like when I would want to pull it up and stuff like that, I could, and it looked really versatile. So this particular time, it wasn't 10 braids. I think it was like 14. And I remember I was kind of like, but I said to myself, hey, it'd be more hair, it'd be more fuller. And that was my downfall. That right there was my downfall. So I came home, I put the hair in. It took me twice as long because I had more braids. And in doing that, my fro was like as big as it ever was. And even when I got done with it, I was like, this is kind of heavy. And even when I'm looking in a mirror right now, even when I looked in the mirror, I was like, this looks really big. But instead of going in and like shaving it down, this is where my laziness came in. Instead of going in and like shaving it down like I literally could have, I literally have a shaver. I didn't do that. I just let it ride. And in letting it ride, when I brushed that hair out, it got so heavy on my hair underneath, and it wasn't. And when I would get it braided, even though like I had like a lot of hair, I still would like getting braiding hair put into it to fortify the braid, so it wasn't so much on my hair. But this time, I think she put like a little bit in. It wasn't even a lot that she put in. And when I put all that hair in, I didn't do like normal crochet where it's like little gap. Like it was like hair, 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 hair. Like you didn't see the braid. So it was full, and I remember it was really heavy. And when I brush it out, like it was just so much hair on these sections on these braids that didn't have a lot of hair. And I didn't care. So I did that. While I had that particular hair is when I went through that breakup. So I remember I was brushing my hair out one day, and at this point it was quite old. It was quite old. It was quite grown out. It was the longest I've honestly ever had it, and it was like literally the worst circumstances. Like it was grown out. I had too many braids in my head. I had way too much hair on my head. It wasn't enough hair to support the braid underneath, and I left it in longer than I ever had before. So as I'm brushing it out, I'm noticing pieces in the back, like the braids in the back, are coming loose. Like not like because like they're growing out. It's because like as I'm brushing it, I'm ripping my hair in the back, and I'm like, okay. And I'm saying to myself, oh, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. But this is where I knew I should have taken out. Hi, baby. This is when I knew I should have taken out, and I didn't. Right here and here, I was brushing it one day, and I remember I was brushing her like, and I was like, oh my God,